Hi everyone, Bobby Lanyon here, Jack's dad, and I have my very special guest with me today is Connor Lanyon. How are you, buddy?
Good.
Doing good?
Yeah.
Are you pretty excited?
Yeah.
Yeah? So Connor is our youngest son. He is how old?
8.
You're 8. Can you sit up a little more? Or do you want to sit on my leg?
No.
No, you're happy there? Okay, all right. And the reason I asked Connor to join us at the moment was we just want to talk a little bit about what it's like to have an older brother who has a disability. And so, Connor, first of all, what disability does your brother have?
Down syndrome.
Okay, and what does that mean?
It means that one of your cells isn't connected to another, so your child starts having disabilities as Down syndrome and not able to think properly.
Okay, all right. Pretty close, but you're right on most of that. Now, what are some of the most favorite things that you love about Jack?
Lots of hugs.
He is a hugger. He really does love hugs. In fact, we have to be careful because he's just sitting over there and he might come and give you a bear hug right now. So now we hear him in the background. And what's something else that you really enjoy about having a brother with Down syndrome?
I get to really experience so that I get to share with others what I experience, and if they have any that they can experience if they want to.
Okay. Now, what's a typical day like for you, going through your day? What's it like having Jack around? Like, what are some special things that you have to do or have to watch out for?
Sometimes Jack can, get in a meltdown, and he can go crazy. So I have to watch him, and, he can go stir crazy a lot.
Okay, all right. What are some things that you find difficult when Jack goes into a meltdown?
He can use all his strength. Sometimes he can try to choke me, head, and it's really painful.
Oh yeah, he's pretty strong, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're getting stronger. Let me see your muscles.
No.
Not here.
No.
They're getting bigger though, right?
Yeah.
So then, if there was one thing that you could tell our friends that are going to watch this video, what would it be? Okay, and now, so if you got a chance to tell one person one really important thing about being a brother of someone who has special needs, what would you tell them? That sounds pretty insightful. You've heard it right here today. Would you like to add anything to that? Keep thinking about that. We're going to come back. Let me ask you another question. Okay. Do you sometimes feel sad that you have a brother with Down syndrome?
A little bit, because it takes away my freedom of actually having to enjoy my family and what it gets to be like.
Yeah. So what are some things, some freedoms that you have to give up, do you think?
When I get to play with my older brother, I have to watch Jack or do something for Jack.
Okay.
Or do something with Jack.
Mm-hmm.
And, I really want to do something else, hang out in my room and play, but I have to, do this and that about Jack.
Okay. Is that all the time?
No, not necessarily.
Okay. What's something that Mummy and I do to help you in that?
Sometimes one of you just rests and another just watches Jack because he can escape.
Yeah. Okay. Here's a question that I have for you, and this is kind of an interesting question because I'm going to ask you, and everybody else is going to be able to hear your answer. But I'm just wondering, what's something that Mummy and I could do better to help you? Well, you better have an answer for this one because Mummy and I have we are not doing that great. We try our best, but what's something that you think Mummy and I could do?
You could like try and compete a little bit more.
Compete a little bit more?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Like sometimes I just want like to chill and like either one of you is reading or baking and like.
Let's just say that I'm the one that's probably reading and Mummy's the one that's probably baking because we don't want my baking, right? Daddy's not the baker.
Yeah, the maker.
I do enjoy cooking on the barbecue, don't I? Yeah. So cool. Well, Connor, I'm so glad that you were willing to sit down and have a chat with me. You have a lot of really good insight, and you know, I never grew up with a brother who had a disability, so I don't know what it's like. And so this is a journey that is unique to you and to BJ, and you guys help Mummy and I understand what it's like to have a sibling with Down syndrome. And we love Jack, right?
Yeah.
We wouldn't change him for the world, right?
No.
No, because he does tell pretty good jokes and he does have give us lots of good hugs, and we are thankful for him. But sometimes it's good to get a little bit of insight on what a sibling is going through, and some of the emotional concerns that they have. And one thing that we've really worked hard for in our family is to not have taboo subjects, things that we can talk about anything. And also be vulnerable in certain situations as well, because we really don't know a lot of times what is going on in another person's mind unless we actually ask them and give them an honest opportunity to respond and share with how they're feeling. So maybe something you'd like to do in your family today, as we've kind of been a little vulnerable here this evening, is in your family. Take a few moments and ask maybe a sibling or maybe ask a family member who what it's like to have a cousin or a brother or a sister or a dad or a parent or a child who has a special need, because we're all influenced by someone who has special needs, and we're usually influenced for the greater, and sometimes there's also sacrifice involved. So why not take a few moments over this next little while to have some honest conversation about what it's like to have that person who with special needs in your life, both the good and the things that we're really thankful for, and also it's okay to have things that we're not thankful for, because sometimes we as parents, our time is so consumed by our children who have special needs, that we really do need to listen to what our other children are saying, and think of creative ways that we can also help them flourish as well. So my name is Bobby Lanyon, and your name is Connor, yep. And this is Jack's Virtual Coffee with Jack's dad. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.